part of a presepe were around the place where the children were abandoned. It was like they called it pila. It was like a stone box where the children were put through a window.
So local people actually abandoned them at the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have this stone box where the people could leave the children and then ring the bell. When the children were abandoned there, he became symbolically Jesus at that time. So the children that lost in the same time as he lost his family, he found a new family in the ospedale and became a so important children in the most important family for the cultural tradition of that area.
Okay.
So during the 19th century, they used to put these objects that were found with the children in this box. We have box for every month of every year, so you can have an idea about how many children were abandoned along the 19th century. And for each one of these objects, there were children abandoned here at the ospedale.
And these are all coins, you were saying?
Yes, usually they were coins because they used to cut the coin in two parts, and then they could use the coin to recognize the children they have abandoned.
Okay.
Because sometimes it was not so easy. We have some histories about these families. They used to take back the children.
Mm-hmm.
They have to use the half coin they got to find the right children.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
So half a coin.
Yes.
Wow.
This was the best way to be sure to find your children after 1 or 2 years or 3 years, because they got the other half. We have hosted about 500,000 children along the years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an incredible number.
Yeah, it's an incredible number. We are not so sure it could be bigger maybe because it's not so easy to keep all the number of the children abandoned every year. But that's a good idea of the amount of children there. We work on projects, but we also still have donations from citizens that decide to keep their money, maybe people that have lived here, or people that know the activities of the Istituto. And we have also people working as volunteers in the social services of the Istituto. So we have a lot of people working with the children that live here now. Now they live here just for short periods because the idea of how to take care of children in trouble is completely different. So we decide to keep them the shorter as possible in this place, in a place like it's like an house. But we try to keep them for a short time and then put them with the family. It was like a lottery to decide which of the poor girls living in the Grand Duke had to be financed by the Grand Duke himself.
Okay,
so
really?
the Ospedale degli Innocenti was charged to manage this kind of lottery. You can call it a lottery. So at the beginning, the Ospedale was built just to give place, education, and feed the abandoned children. Okay. But then the Ospedale started to do different things about children, girls, and families, just to give assistance to them, to the poor families and children. It was paid by the Grand Duke, so from the second part of the 16th century to the end of the Grand Duke itself, so until the half of 18th century. There is something really important about the beginning of this institution, because at the beginning the institution was founded by the silk seller guild. They have some interest in giving some assistance to poor children and abandoned children, and they used to keep them in hospital where there were also poor people and sick people. So the children lived with adults and poor people all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the beginning of the 15th century, according to the new idea of childhood started with the Renaissance, they decided to build a place just for children. Right. And in this place, the abandoned children, so the children without a family, had the chance to have a life like the children of the rich merchant of Florence.
Okay.
That's really important, because for the first century, children have education and daily life like the rich one used to have. So it's really an extraordinary idea in these days too. I mean, it would be a great idea to do that today too. It's not so easy to plan it and to do it. And they use their money, but they use also their skillness in manage things. So they put their skillness in merchant things to manage this hospital. So the hospital was well managed by the Silk Seller Guild. They give 3 people to work to manage the hospital. They were called operai, because they worked in the opera del ospedale. Okay. So it was like the CEO and the assistants just to manage the hospital, to be sure that every money will be spent in the right way. That's why the Istituto is still alive. It's got properties, he's got his houses, and he still do activities to pay his activities.
So they've built up an independent range of holdings to provide the income.
Yes. No. This was in connection with the government of the city of Florence. I don't know how to call it. It was box of medieval tradition, and then the Granducato. The first museum of the Istituto was opened at the end of the 19th century, in 1890. They put in the museum not just artworks, but also people written by important the first donation was made in 1410. It was made a merchant Risorgimento in Prado, the war to independence of Italy. He used to live in Florence. That time we had this idea several activities give importance to the new nation in Europe, not just in Prato and Florence, but also in French and Germany. And he decided to give 1,000 fiorini, so the ancient Florentine currency, yes, just to build a place especially for abandoned children. That's really important, because he was a merchant too, and when he was so close to die, he decided to give money for several activities for poor people and sick people, and he makes something like a business plan for these activities. Okay. So he decided to give money and to give some of his properties just to help these new institutions to be independent. Sure. So this idea of merchant and Renaissance and humanism about the new era, the new point of view about not just children, but the men and women themselves, were connected in this project of assistance. That's the Italian law about children in trouble.
Okay, fabulous work.
Okay.
Congratulate you. Fabulous work.
Thank you.